All right, next character is Dhalsim. I think that's how you say his name. Um, and definitely Dhalsim. I feel like I'm saying his name wrong for some reason. I don't know. I feel like I definitely know Dhalsim for since I played Street Fighter 2, like way back when I was a kid, but I feel like I'm mispronouncing his name. But yeah, he is from India, so most likely East Indian, and he has darker skin tone as well. And he kind of has like magical powers or some like spiritual powers, which I believe sort of plays into sort of like a stereotype of like people with darker skin having like magical powers. I know Daslam isn't black, but sometimes there's like this magical Negro stereotype that goes around too. And I think it sort of extends to people not only who are of African origin, but also just people who have darker skin. Um, but let's see. He is generally a pacifist. Daslam uses his yoga endowed supernatural limb stretching abilities to compete in the tournament to raise money for his impoverished village. So that's a bit of a stereotype too. Him coming from an impoverished village, because oftentimes when people think of India, people may think of third world country, yada yada yada, and all the stereotypes that go with a third world country. um, but yeah, I will say that Daslim is. I think generally Daslim is a good guy, as is Chun-Li. And he comes from India, so he's East Indian, and he has magical powers. Um, he can like do like spit fire, which I guess that kind of sort of comes off as a bit like a circus trick, a bit more so. He can stretch himself as well, and he can also teleport too, as well. Um, but yeah, I do. Well, I do think there's a bit of stereotypes with Desmond. I think he is like a character that is sort of unique, a bit unique. You really don't see a lot of representation of East Indian people in, say, this particular genre, like fighting games. So good for Dazzlin.